If you have a PDF that has multiple problems or questions on it, you might want to consider screenshotting the problems or questions separately so that you can put one on each page in Seesaw to make it a little bit more manageable for your students. So first you're going to go to Seesaw and then click on Add, Assign Activity, and then on the left of your library there's the option to create a new activity. And you're going to go ahead and give it a name. Then you can type in student instructions here. You can read the instructions to them. You can also add in a video or any other teaching tools here. It's important to remember that when you are making something for your students that you want them to write on, record on, manipulate, move things around, it needs to be in the student template section. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Add Template for Student Responses. And then even though I'm using a PDF, I'm not going to be uploading it. I'm going to be snipping parts of it. So I'm going to use this drawing option. Now that I have my first page ready to start, I'm going to go back over to my word problems page. And I'm going to get the first problem that I want in the middle of my window. And I'm going to be using the snipping tool. So I'm going to go down to this magnifying glass. This will work if you're on a Windows desktop or laptop. And I'm going to start typing in snipping tool. It should show up and I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Now I'm going to click on New. I'm going to click up in the top left corner above where my problem starts. And then I'm going to drag down to the bottom right corner. And then I'm going to let go. And now it's copied. And I'm going to go ahead and click back into my Seesaw tab. And it's stored in my clipboard. So all I have to do is use the shortcut to paste, which is Control V to paste on this page. You'll notice it's quite big. So I'm going to put my cursor over the image that I just pasted in. And you'll notice that I have 4 arrows for my cursor. I'm going to click and drag it so that I can see a corner. Now in the corner, I have this circle, and my cursor now has 2 arrows. So now when I click and drag, it's making it smaller. And now again, I want to move it. So I want the 4 arrows. I'm going to click and move it to the middle. And I don't want my students to be able to move this. So I'm going to go down to the bottom in these 3 dots, and I'm going to click Lock. Now I'm going to show you another way to snip. But first, I need another page. So on this right side at the bottom, it says Add Page. Now that I have my second page ready to go, I'm going to come back over to my PDF, find another problem, and I'm going to use a keyboard shortcut. This keyboard shortcut is Windows key Shift S. Windows Shift S. And again, my cursor is a plus sign, and I'm going to do the same thing. Top left corner, click, drag to the bottom right corner, let go. It's a little different, but it's saved to my clipboard. Click back on Seesaw, Control V, paste it. Again, it's a little big, so 4 arrows with my cursor. Click and drag, go to the corner, resize it, and move it back. Again, I'm going to want to lock it. So I'm going to click on these 3 dots and hit lock. Now I've got a couple problems on here. If you're on a Chromebook, a shortcut you can use is Control Shift and the show Windows icon, which is a rectangle and 2 lines. You can now add whatever you want to this Seesaw activity. You can add recordings to read the problems out loud to your students. You can add modeling. You can add some more text. You can add in images for them to move around. So I'm going to go ahead and get a toy plane. I clicked on Tools and I changed the color to transparent. And you'll notice that now I found this airplane and the background of it is checkered. And usually when the background is checkered, that's going to mean it's transparent. I'm going to right click and copy the image, come back over to Seesaw and paste. And then I can make it a little bit smaller. And I can now, if I want, I can duplicate this and put several of them. You can do whatever you want to do to your Seesaw activity to make it work to meet your students' learning goals. And after you have it all set up, you're going to hit this green check mark in the top right corner. And then you are going to hit save. And it is ready for you to assign.